pitch black, slippery, and the overwhelming stench of sulfur. In a heartbeat, Paul Templar's world turned upside down. He suddenly realized the upper half of his body wasn't in the open air anymore. He wasn't trapped in some underwater cave. He was inside the massive, gaping jaws of a living monster. This nightmare began on a quiet afternoon back in 1996 on the Zambezi River, and the details are still enough to make your skin crawl. Paul was a highly skilled and seasoned guide in Zimbabwe. He had led countless tours down this river, but that day, nature had a terrifying trap awaiting for him. Paul and his team were crossing the water in 3 small canoes when, out of nowhere, a massive hippo slammed into one of the boats. Paul's assistant, Evans, was thrown into the water. Paul immediately steered his boat toward him, desperate to pull him to safety. Just as he reached out his hand to grab Evans, the predator struck from the depths. Without any warning, the 2,000-kilogram beast clamped its giant jaws around Paul's head and torso. He felt like he had been shoved into a hot, slimy, airless room. The hippo's teeth tore more than 40 deep wounds into his back and chest. Under the water, everything went silent, and the crushing pressure started pushing him toward the end. But Paul's survival instinct kicked in. He started thrashing and fighting back with everything he had while still inside the beast's mouth. Eventually, the hippo spat him out, but it wasn't finished. The monster attacked again. This time, it grabbed Paul by the legs and dragged him deep into the water, tossing him around like he was a toy. Paul's lung was punctured, and he could hear his bones snapping under the pressure. His arm was completely crushed in the attack. Against all odds, Paul managed to break free a second time. He somehow struggled to the muddy riverbank, leaving a trail of blood behind him. It took hours for help to arrive, and Paul had to endure unimaginable pain during the wait. When doctors finally got to him, they couldn't believe a human being could survive that much blood loss and such horrific injuries. After several surgeries and a long battle for his life, Paul pulled through. He did lose an arm, but he came back with a story of survival that the world will never forget. Paul Templar is living proof of the raw cruelty that can hide behind nature's beauty. That hippo tried to swallow him whole, but it couldn't crush his will to live. The Zambezi River flows on today, a silent witness to his struggle. It's a powerful reminder that no matter how experienced we are, in the wild, we are only ever visitors. What do you think? If you were in Paul's shoes, do you think you could have survived such a nightmare? Let us know in the comments.